What's up, everybody? Mike Holt here. I'm going to share a few tips today about how to generate free leads. When I talk to other real estate professionals, especially newer agents, but even experienced agents, the number one thing that comes up, the number one business problem that most real estate agent professionals have is generating leads. Most people feel pretty comfortable that once they get a contact, they can nurture the lead, they can work it, and eventually get sales. They can't find leads. So my company, by the way, I'm a certified mentor, a coach. I love to teach, an agent on our team, and love what I do. And I'm going to share a few tips that we do to generate leads. There are paid sources that work once you get a little cash built up. But if you're not producing the way that you want to produce, I'm going to give you some tips on how to generate free leads. Everybody loves free leads, and the more we work these things and we realize that these are actually pretty high quality leads, the more likely we are to spend less money on the paid lead sources. So anyways, without further ado, the number one thing that I'm going to talk about, the number one free lead source that works tremendously, that not a lot of people like to do, is door knocking. People don't like to door knock, man. They're afraid that the homeowner is going to be upset. They're afraid that they might get cussed out. They're afraid, they're just making up excuses to be scared and not do the work. But if you don't have leads, if you're not busy, you've got time. That's your number one. That's the strongest thing in your toolbox right now, is the fact that you have time. And you need to go out and create relationships. And the fastest way to do that is to get in front of people. And who better to do that than people who live in the neighborhood that you want to sell homes in? So go knock on the doors. Be polite. I always lead with value. Don't just try to be like, hey, I'm a real estate agent. I want to sell your house. Do you know anybody looking to buy or sell? Don't just go in with that, right? Lead with value. One thing that I did when I lived in Hawaii is we had this huge avocado tree, produced tons of avocados, and there's no way that me and my family could eat all of them. I'm talking hundreds, guys. And so what I did is I would get these avocados, harvest these avocados, put them in a bag with a card with my business information on it, and on the back side of that would be a guacamole recipe, right? Man, neighbors loved that. I built so many relationships because I was able to lead with value, and I was more than just a real estate agent looking to help somebody buy or sell a house. I was introducing myself as a neighbor and as a real estate agent, but I was also leaving them with something they could use. One of the things that we could do in any market is maybe have a football schedule, a local high school football schedule, a local college schedule, something along those lines. Have something that might could bring some value. If you know local business owners that might have restaurants, you can restaurants or some kind of local business, you can get coupons or discounts or something along those lines, and then staple your business card to that information and hand those out. But I always try to bring something of value, and typically most neighbors, most homeowners are pretty accepting to you if you bring something that adds value and you're not just trying to get business. All right, number two, the next free lead source is another one that not a lot of people like to do, but it works, and that is open houses. All right, even if you don't have listings, find other busy real estate agents that have listings that need open houses done. A lot of experienced real estate agents know that open houses need to be done, but they don't necessarily want to do it themselves. And a lot of times they'll be open to you hosting an open house for them. My team, another thing is, if you're part of a team, reach out to those experienced agents or non-experienced agents, anybody with a listing, and be like, hey, I would love to help you by hosting an open house. And a lot of times those guys are really open to it. Now the thing is, when you host an open house, you need to really put in the work. I would combine this a lot of times with number one, door knocking. If I know I'm going to host an open house, I will go to the neighborhood, knock on the doors, be like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I just wanted to let you know in case you see any extra traffic, we're gonna have an open house right up the street. I'm gonna open it up an hour early for the neighbors, just in case you guys have any family members or friends that are looking to move to the neighborhood. Feel free to come check it out. And I just wanted to let you know that we are going to have an open house. There might be some increased traffic, so don't worry. And again, feel free to share the message. And a lot of times the neighbors might have friends or family that are looking to buy, and they're like, oh man, I'm going to go see this. Or they might be looky-loos and just be interested in, well, if they're selling their house, I wonder how much I can get for mine. Something along those lines. But anyways, always combine number 1 and number 2, door knocking and open houses. All right, you can also circle prospect by calling neighbors, in the area. But door knocking is the fastest way to get in front of people, so use that as an excuse to get in front of people. Open houses also need to be something that adds value. Don't just go sit in the house and hope that people stop by, right? Like, you really need to put signs out. The more signs, the better. The more ads you put on Facebook, or even just your personal social media pages, help spread the word. Encourage people to share those posts. Get the word out about the open house. Don't just waste your time. If you're going to do an open house, really put the effort into it, and this thing can really pay off. Open houses work if you do it right. Maybe have a few light snacks. Have all the information you can possibly have for the open house, for the house that you're presenting. Have all the information that you possibly can. Be able to answer any questions that come up. And make sure you have a sign-in for these open houses. Make sure that you have, certain, the one that we use, it has a place for their name, a place to check yes or no. Are you working with a real estate agent? If you are working with a real estate agent, who is it and what's their information, so that we can make sure that they know you like this house. And are you looking to buy in the next 3 months, right? That's the one that we use. And be sure to take that information and a place for a phone number. Be sure to take that information and put it into a CRM. And if you don't know what a CRM is, make sure that you reach out to an experienced agent or me. Leave a comment. Let me know. I would love to talk to you about a CRM. Life-changing, okay? All right, so open houses, do them. They work. All right, number 3. All right, this is another one that a lot of people just don't really do because they're not comfortable with, but it works, and that is short form media. Okay, what is short form media? That is TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, any kind of video really, but the short form video marketing is what a lot of people are consuming these days. And it really does work, and if you're not comfortable with getting in front of a camera, you could make reels out of posts, out of pictures, and just put sound with it. But really, to build your brand, you really want to put your face out in front of people. The more you do it, the better it gets. All of the top dogs in real estate who do social media will tell you, just do it. Right? Don't think, get out of your own way, put yourself in the way of opportunity, and just do it. All right? Make videos. Some things that really work are local advice, local market updates, things of that nature really work. And so, for instance, this restaurant is great to have dinner at, or hey, this neighborhood has seen a 15% increase in home values over the last 12 months, or something that adds value. Those posts really work. I like to add a little comedy to mine, and so it might be something real estate related with a little bit of a side joke to it, or something along those lines. That really does kind of feed to the clients that I'm interested in attracting. And it's been really, really popular, but you can do this in many ways. There's not one right or wrong way, but the important thing is to get your brand in front of viewers. All right, so you have to get comfortable with social media videos. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Those, those anywhere that you could put like the 1-minute videos, the 1-minute reels, the 1-minute short form media videos out. That's the ones that you need to really do. This does generate, it's more of a long play. This generates a brand awareness, okay? And that's what you're really looking for the long term. All right, and then the fourth way to generate free leads is through Facebook Marketplace. All right, again, if you don't have a listing, make friends with somebody that does, and get permission to share a listing on the Facebook Marketplace or other marketplaces, but Facebook is the one I'm focusing on right now because it's the one I've seen work. All right, Facebook Marketplace. You want to post just enough information about a home available for sale to pique interest, right? Have awesome eye-catching pictures, but not like the really important ones, right? Give them just enough to where they're like, man, that thing's beautiful. I think it might work, but I need to go see it, right? I need to reach out to the agent that posted this so I can go see it, right? Get more information, all right? A lot of times people don't get very good quality information from Facebook Marketplace because they give all the stuff away for free. Give them the information that they need, but leave them wanting more is the secret to Facebook Marketplace. All right, 3-bed, 2-bath, updated in 2021, outside pictures, something general that's really nice about the place and the neighborhood, and then your contact information. Not much else, okay? And I think you guys get where that's going, but you want to give them just enough to be like, man, that's a really cool place, and I'm going to reach out to this agent so that I can see it. A lot of people complain about low quality leads. Guys, it's another contact. It's another person and potential customer that you can add to the database, add to your CRM, and build a relationship with. All right? There is no such thing as a bad lead. Get that in your mind. There is no such thing as a bad lead. If they can't buy right now, they can buy later. If they don't ever buy from you, they've got friends that might buy. Leave a lasting impression as somebody that wants to be there to help, so that when they're ready to go, or somebody they know mentions wanting to buy a house or sell a house, they think of you. All right, guys, I hope this really helped you. If you got something out of this, comment, like, subscribe, share this video. I hope to help you guys again in the future. And if there's ever anything you need, feel free to reach out. Take care.